my phone up there? Knock it off, Crosby. Knock it off.
Wow, I take care of that.
I don't know. It's going to be super good.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday to everyone. Um, you all are a little early, so that's super awesome. We're gonna give it a few minutes here. Everybody jumps from meeting to meeting, so we usually get started about one past the top of the hour. Today we will be talking about Microsoft Teams and ServiceNow integration. So we'll be doing a demo on that. I've been talking about it at a few of my meetings here. So just give you a sneak preview, but we'll wait for a few more people. I see more people coming through the door here, but we'll start here in about 2 minutes and get started and then do that demo for you. Okay, hang tight. Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. If you don't know already, my name is Ryan Huber. I'm the Enterprise Services Manager over here at NDIT. And basically what that means is I'm in charge of the ServiceNow tool that NDIT and many other agencies use. That also includes the portal that is out there that a lot of our tickets get submitted through. And one of the things that we're going to be discussing today, while I share my screen here, is Microsoft Teams and ServiceNow integration. So I'll just give you all a little brief backstory here as far as Teams go. Probably about a year or so ago, Microsoft and ServiceNow, they teamed up and they started doing some integrations into ServiceNow with Microsoft Teams and a few other tools. Seeing that we've been home from COVID now here for 3 years or so, as everyone knows, and as we see today, Teams is getting more and more integrated into our lives, from phone calls to meetings to files to planners to a bunch of different things. It's kind of taken over that space that Skype and our phones and some of our tools that we use within ServiceNow, or excuse me, within Microsoft, was there. Excuse me. So today what we're going to be talking about is Microsoft Teams, how the integration works in there, how seamless it is. We'll be doing a little demo session here for you too. This is being recorded, so if we do have any questions about this, or somebody that wasn't able to attend this meeting today, we can definitely give them the recording and they can view it. But with that, we'll go ahead and get started. Our major objective here within NDIT is how we can communicate better with our customers, either through Teams, through um, um, conversations, through email, through calls, wherever it may be. And then not only how we can better communicate with them, but how can we capture that so that if we hand off a ticket from one team to the other, or if somebody's out sick or on vacation and somebody picks up a ticket and they look at it, how can we make that seamless transition from one employee to another, or how can we go back and look at something like, say, if we look at I'll pick on Tim here since Tim's here. Tim has an issue going on with his computer. How can we go back and look at that issued incident that he had with his computer, and then how can we see that transcript as far as what happened, that communication that we had? And today what we want to talk about is this integration that we have in here with Microsoft Teams, and then this will be deployed on Monday, this coming Monday, which is June 12th. It'll be deployed at, so right now you can't see it, it's not out there, so don't go out there and try to look for it, it's not there. But what I'm going to share today with Abby, Abby should be on the call here with us too. We're going to show a little interaction back and forth between him and I. I would be playing the customer today. Abby will be playing the technician, and we'll show you what that looks like. So to begin with, if you have an ITIL license or a business stakeholder license, once you're within the tool, starting Monday again, once you're within the tool, you'll notice something a little handy dandy, a little button up here that says Start Microsoft Teams Chat here. So that's one place that you will see it if you can log into the back end of the tool itself, within the tool and not within the service portal. So I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page here. So this is our portal here that most of our customers come to. That either need to create an incident or a service request, and this is the back end. We call it the back end, the tool, the actual. When you hit the submit button on a service request or incident, it comes into here and works within here. So today, what we're going to demo is from a technician perspective what that looks like. And I know a lot of you aren't technicians in here, but I know there are quite a few that are. So we want to show you both the customer side of it and also the technician side of it. So let me grab my screen. And does anybody have a question before I get going? I start rambling and Tim tells me to take a breath, and there's chats in the chat window. So let me bring my chat window here quick too. Okay, I don't see any questions yet. Abby, are you out there with us? Hopefully. One second here. Let's get Abby here. Apparently he has an old link that was sent to him. So let me get him the correct link here. I'll bring him into the chat here real quick. Okay. So as he joins us here, so here in my Teams window, this is very familiar to a lot of people. On Monday, there's going to be a little guy over here on your left-hand side. I know it's really hard to see, but over here it says ServiceNow for Teams. And I have some chats that are in here already. Couple of things that I might point out right away. So on Monday, there's going to be something called ServiceNow, and once you click on it, it's going to say ServiceNow for Teams. If you're an approver within the system, you can actually, it'll send you these little cards and you can go in here and approve it or reject it here, which is really handy. The nice thing I really like is it has a requested for, requested by, and then the manager too, to make sure that they're either different people or who was requested. You can view details in there. You can do a few other things. Today, we're not going to really talk about this too much. It's just something that's going to be available to you if you're an approver. I'm one of the approvers here at NDIT, so I can approve it or reject it from here. The nice thing about this is that, on your cell phone, everybody has Teams loaded on their phones nowadays, so I can easily approve stuff from within Teams rather than going to the ServiceNow portal or going to ServiceNow itself. I can do everything from within Teams here. Abby, do we have you now?
Yes, Ryan, I'm in now.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and start this up here. I'm in chat. Like I said, I'm going to be the technician here today, so I'm going to click on this guy here. So give me 1 second. Cannot send messages to this bot. Abby, do you want to play the customer today? For some reason, I cannot send messages to this bot.
Oh, what happened? Let me share. We just tested it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me try.
I'll have Abby share his screen here, and we'll show you what it looks like. Hold, please, for minor technical difficulties.
Quick question for you, Ryan, while you're doing that. Does
Sure,
the
go
chat
ahead.
have to be initiated from the tool, or can the customer initiate it from their Teams?
We're going to go over that. Great
Okay.
question. Yep. Great question. So Abby's showing you right now. So let's walk through what Abby's doing. He's clicking the virtual agent. He says hello or hi to the virtual agent. And then it basically says, hey, welcome Abby. I'm your digital assistant. Here's the stuff you can do. So out of the gate, what we're going to allow you to do is you can either create an incident, you can check the status of an incident, or you can resolve an incident from within the tool itself. So for today's demo, we're going to create an incident. So he's going to click on that. And then if you notice, we want to keep the same look and feel what we have on our portal. So if you go out to our portal, I know I'm not sharing my screen right now, and Abby doesn't have to go to it either at all, but it says something very, very specific as far as please give us detailed description of your issue and include any relevant information for more accurate and speed resolution. And then we also put the helpful, useful items in there. So when you go out to the portal itself, in the little box when you normally put your comments in there, we basically plagiarized that and copied all the stuff that was out there, like say, you know, give us a website address, give us a server name, give us an IP address, or give us an error message. And the point of this is that once you submit this ticket, the objective of our technicians, our fulfillers for these incidents is to get that ticket fixed as quickly as possible. So any additional information that you can provide to us, that would be great to put in here. So Abby's going to go ahead and type something in here. And while he does that, I'm going to go ahead and bring up my ticket here. So virtual agent go out there and then says, here you go. So right within here, you can it'll show your incident number, show your short description, and then show you who the caller is. So the caller is basically you. So I go out here to mine now. All right, so he can click on go to an incident, and this will take you to the portal view of your incident that is out there. So you can do, you can post, if anybody's ever used this portion before, you can post messages in here, or you can also attach files in here. For today's demo, we're going to go out here and we're going to actually do everything within Teams itself. We just want to show you some of the features that are available out there. So Abby, if you want to go back to Teams, and then I will go to share my screen here quick.
Okay.
Or if you want to do it from here, Abby, go ahead and click on, sorry, go and click on start your Microsoft Teams chat.
Okay. So this is a just incident that just got created. Now I'm clicking the start Microsoft Team chat.
Yep. And the nice thing about this too is you can add additional people in here if you want to add in like the person's boss or somebody else. You can also add in additional people. Actually, Abby, let me share my screen.
Okay.
As a technician. It looks a little bit better actually, so. All right, so I'm gonna take control over here from Abby. We're gonna flip back and forth a couple times here for you guys, so I apologize if anybody gets motion sickness easily. So I have Abby's ticket open right here. If I click on Start Microsoft Teams Chat, I click on it here. It goes ahead and puts in the default caller in here. So it's going to put Abby's name in here by default. And like I said, we can add other people in here if we want to add their boss in here, anybody else. So if I put in Ryan V. Huber, I'll show you another nice thing I really like about this. So a lot of times, as many of you know, using ServiceNow, you don't know the person's email address, if they have a PRV account, if they have a K-12 account, anything like that. When I start typing the information in here, it starts narrowing it down. So now I can see, oh, hey, I got the right Ryan here. Do I want to do this? And if I start typing Ryan Huber in here, I'm like, oh, these aren't the right people. I know they're not the right ones. Let me go back here and type. It narrows it down here for you rather than you have to guess. I really like that feature. I really think that's a great idea that they did. So I'm going to add them in here. And I'm going to add Abby into the caller field. And then it gives a brief description down below here too. As far as the incident, this will be a read only we'll put in here for you, but this is what's going to come across in one second here. This is what's going to come across in Microsoft Teams here. This is going to be the name of the subject line of the actual incident itself. Somebody had a question? I think somebody popped up. Maybe let me check my chat window here.
It's just me being sassy, Ryan. Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
Perfect.
I
Thanks,
posted
Tim.
a question about just having the change on your phone or your laptop. Do we have to do any update to update our Teams mobile app or on our phone to have these extra functions and buttons and capabilities through this update?
Great question, Chad. So, so no, you won't have to do anything extra. On the, like I said, on the left-hand side, starting on Monday, you'll see the ServiceNow option over there. I did ask Carly to come too in case I had any tough Teams questions. So you won't have to do anything additional at all. It'll be pushed out to you on Monday, and you should see it Monday with the ServiceNow for Teams little icon over here that I showed you earlier on in the meeting. We're going to pin it for you over here on the left-hand side.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, great question. All right, so I clicked on the Teams chat here. So what it does, it take you over to your Microsoft Teams, and as you notice here, let me get rid of this, incident number 45311. It opened up that Teams chat for me right here for us, and now I can chat with the user. So on Abby's side of it, he got a Teams chat here, and I'm just going to chat with him. Hello, how can I help you today? So now all of his interaction is going to be within the chat itself here in Microsoft Teams. So he doesn't know that I launched it from Microsoft Teams at all or from within ServiceNow. The only thing is he'll see up here is the short description as far as what it is. Now Abby's typing back to me. Now the really nice thing about this, and I know Tim has partaken in this a few times, all this chat that's happening in Microsoft Teams, since we established this connection with this incident, at the end of our chat, after every 30 minutes, it updates the context within the incident itself. So sounds good. I will be ready to help you out. So every 30 minutes is going to update the chat that's in here. So we were dealing with an incident that was lasting for multiple hours, and we were putting a bunch of comments into Teams. The really nice thing is they capture that every 30 minutes and put it within Teams itself. I'm going to show you what that looks like here. The other thing I wanted to point out too is if you're a technician, now this is just a technician, this isn't for anybody else. If you want to add more people into the Teams chat, you just do it like you would normally do with Teams. You don't go back into the incident itself and add people into there, because as when I first clicked on, start Teams, I could add additional people in there. You always do it from within Teams here itself. So if I want to add, I'm going to add, since Tim is kind of a smart aleck today, I'm going to add Tim in here. So I'm going to add him in here. So all this that's capturing here within the tool itself, like Ryan just added Tim into here, Tim can start chatting. The great sense of humor Tim has. I love it. Anybody else wants to join? Everyone wants to join, right? Everyone wants to be the part of the cool kids. So you can add people in here. So I think, Tim, how many did we have on that incident that we had? Or was it like 15 people or so on that incident you kept on adding to?
Something like that. I mean, it's only limited by Teams limitations.
Right, exactly. And that's the nice thing about this is everybody's so used to using Teams. Once we fire this off and it has this subject line here, it goes back and says, oh, I know where to put this in ServiceNow. So every half an hour it's dumping in there, dumping in the chat log. I'm gonna show you what that looks like, but you just add people in here, you just keep on chatting and do everything like that. Super simple and easy. And then when we go back here, this won't update for a half an hour.
Watch your video.
What's that? I think somebody's mute's off when they're talking. Anywho, what's that? Tim, can you track down the person that's off of mute and doesn't know they're off of mute for me, please? Thank you. So here's one that Abby and I did yesterday. And this works really well up here in North Dakota. If you live in North Dakota right now, it's like 90, 95 degrees outside. I put it in the chat here. I said, hey, my fan's broke, please help. And when you scroll down the history, you're going to see this little section in here. Again, if you're a technician, so I just want to make sure that not everybody's going to see this if you're not a technician, but when you're in here, you'll see this. And then if you click on this chat window here, it opens up into this chat here, shows you the whole chat, shows you what happens. But really the cool thing is here, it captures what was put in there. So almost like you're looking at Teams, it does the same snapshot that's in here too. Timestamps it for you, doesn't put the weird spaces in here for you, and puts a whole thing in here. So when I was chatting with Tim over here, it's going to grab the whole chat log like we had here too. And even when I add a chat or Tim to the chat window, it's going to put that in here too for you. Sometimes when you copy and paste stuff out, Randy Jensen had a great point earlier. When you copy and paste stuff out of Teams and you try to put it in ServiceNow, it puts those weird spaces in there for you and all this other stuff. This is just clean and nice and easy. I really, really like how Microsoft and ServiceNow teamed up to take care of this. All right, so I'm going to take a breath for a second here now, and I'm going to let anybody ask any questions, and we're going to see the second half features as far as what it looks like when we have a ticket that's updated or anything like that at all. So let me hit save here. I'm going to switch over to me as a technician, and I'm going to put it on hold. I'm just going to say I'm waiting for the caller. Okay, questions? I'm going to take a breath.
On that chat record history, it will keep the history even if the chat takes less than 30 minutes.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
What I meant, and thanks for the question, Chad. Great question. What I meant by 30 minutes is it will update every 30 minutes. So if your chat takes 2 seconds, it won't show up into the incident for 30 minutes. It updates it every 30 minutes into ServiceNow. So if your chat takes 2 minutes, it'll update it in 30 minutes. If it takes half an hour, then it'll update every half an hour for you. Great question. Any other questions? Okay, so I'm going to let Abby grab the screen again, and then we're going to let him check on the status of his ticket. And as you notice, I put it on hold. I put waiting caller, and then I'm just going to put a customer additional note in here. I already got the additional note, and I said switching tech. So we're going to see what it looks like from the customer's perspective now. So Abby, let's share your screen. So I might stop sharing. I know we're running close time here too. So Abby's going to check the status of it in this update here in his end, and then he's also going to resolve it himself. So he types hi in there to get the instant or get the chatbot paying attention to him. Now he's going to click on check the incident status. And it's smart enough to go out there and say, which one do you want me to look at? Do you want me to look at this one or that one? So if you have multiple tickets open, his is the top one here. So he's going to click on the top one. And right here it says, so what it tells us here, when you read that, it tells you your short description. It says that it's on hold. And it says it's assigned to me since I'm the technician that's working on it. And then it also puts the last comment that was put in there by me and timestamps it, which was really nice. That last line there that says RV Huber, additional comments, it says switching tech. It'll put all that in there for you so you know what the latest thing is there. So here you can go in here and you can add a comment. So somebody had a question earlier, how can I add comments in here? You can say, yes, I want to add a comment in here. And on my, as soon as he entered that, it popped up on my end of the screen already. That's how quick it is. That's how the syncing works between the two. And what's Abby doing there is asking him if he was happy with his experience with the comment. Conversation is ended. Simple as that. So let me go back. Let me share my screen with everyone again. Did you resolve the incident, Abby?
No.
Can you go share your screen? Let's just resolve it quick so we'll show the full experience.
Sure.
Now, the other thing that Abby did here, which I'm going to show you I'll show you in a second here, is that when he put the comment in there that's saying, that said that yes, I want to add comments, it switched from on hold to in progress because now we're not waiting for the customer anymore. So it did switch that state from on hold to in progress for technicians that work on tickets. You know what I mean? But it switched that state out from on hold to in progress. So now he's going to come back in here. He's going to resolve his incident himself, and I'm going to share my screen with you and show you what that looks like. So Abby's been doing a ton of testing. So he has a bunch of incidents in here. So it's the 453115, Abby.
Not this one. Okay.
Not that one. Nope. And we have a little bit of tweaking to do here too, but the overall experience, you can see what it looks like from, I want to create an incident, I want to add comments to my incident, and then you can also have an option here where you can resolve your own incident. We don't have a bunch of incidents in your queue, it's a little bit easier to do it, but knowing what the incident number is makes it a little bit easier for you. And you can see on the left-hand side of his pane there too, where it says 453115, you can see which incident it is.
So that incident is not assigned to me, Ryan. That is the reason why I'm not able to see here. It's assigned to you.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah,
Okay.
when you click on hi, then it will show to you like
Okay.
whether to resolve incident.
Yep. And you guys saw what the resolve incident looks like. I switched it to myself. So, all right. So I want to leave a little bit of time at the back end here so everybody has an option to ask any questions that they may have. I know we went through this really fast, but super slick, super handy. We really hope that this just is just another avenue for our customers to communicate with us on. Maybe you don't like, maybe you don't have time to call the service desk. Maybe maybe you want to do it later on or whatever it may be. You can come in here, create your own incidents and update them yourself as far as comments go, or resolve them. If all of a sudden, hey, my computer wasn't booting, and all of a sudden it's booting, it goes out there and you can resolve your own incident right away. You don't have to call back service desk, wait on hold, anything like that, or try to do whatever. And the really nice thing I like too is you're talking from the first person. So when you put in a ticket, you can really explain exactly what happened rather than telling somebody else and then transcribing it for you. You can tell them the issue that's going on. The other thing that happens with this too is starting on Monday, once you submit the incident, it's just like when you submit an incident through the portal here, it goes over the service desk and the service desk gets it right away. It's not different than any other incident that is out there. Got a hand up. Let me grab that. My favorite person in our meeting right now, Doug. Hey, come on down.
You knew it was going to be me. You knew.
I know. I was like, hi, what's taking him so long? Usually ask a question right away.
I know you mean that lovingly.
Absolutely.
So I know there's probably a lot of terms here, but can you go back one screen, your ITIL view for us technical people?
Yep.
You put this on hold awaiting customer, and when Abby looked in Teams, he knew it was on hold, but it didn't give him the waiting customer indication, did it? And I thought it was very okay. It was very interesting though, as soon as he added a comment and went back to in progress.
Yep.
For you on the ITIL screen. Okay.
Exactly. Yep. So right here, that's a great question, Doug. So let me be clear about this one. So a technician, when you're in here, you can put somebody on hold, and then you have different options that are available in here. Caller, vendor, whatever it may be. So when Abby saw it, he just saw that it was on hold, and then he saw the last comment that was out there that I put in there that said switching tech, or you obviously put better comments in here, and he just put in here, yes, I want to add comments. And once he did that, it flipped it from on hold to in progress. And does it? Yep, state changed. Right here it is. Get the emails to the state was changed. So yes, Doug, it does switch it out of there from in progress or on hold to in progress. Because the customer got back to you. And the same thing happens from within the portal. A lot of people don't know this, but if you're within the portal here itself, and we're running out of time here, I knew we were going to, but let me just show this really briefly here. If you're in the portal and you're on this one's on hold here, if I put a comment in here right now, same thing happens. Now, if I want to check this incident right here, it's going to switch from on hold to in process. It'll switch that state once I go to that within the tool itself.
Okay.
Yep.
And
So that's the
so
same
just-
behavior. They want to create both within Teams and both within the portal. Very same, the same experience.
Okay. And we, the technicians, should, when putting, use good notes, right? State is on hold awaiting customer. That should probably be the note.
Right, exactly. And what are you waiting on hold for the customer for? That's what I would say would be a better note is because when you put it on hold, you have to put a customer note in here. I would say, what are you on hold for? Waiting for an IP address, waiting for a pick, or waiting for some information. That's why I put it in there, because when the customer looks at the state of that ticket, they can see what you're waiting on.
Okay. Don't want to call that out. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Great question. Other questions? Chad, you got a question? Hand up.
Yeah, do you have a roadmap, I guess, for this enhancement as you're adding features
Absolutely.
to it going forward? Is there a
We have a
list of those that you've already got compiled then?
Yeah, so right now out of the gate, Chad, we want to deploy it, and we're just doing the incident aspect of it right now. Any features that we're going to update in there, we will be sending out communication. Then we also have a website available out there too that will be putting additional features that get added into this. So right now, we don't want to boil the ocean. We don't want to overwhelm people, because a lot of times, you roll these tools to these people, and there's so many features and so many things that are in there. We just want to start out and just give you the core pieces that are in there, and the best pieces as far as what we deal with on a daily basis. Incident, right? Everybody deals with incidents. That's what we deal with here a lot here, besides service requests. So we start with that core functionality, and then we will be adding to it over time, and then we'll be talking about it through communications with Elisa Cook, and then also through Ask the Expert sessions here. And then we also have our website out here too. If I can get to it quick. That has that in there too, Chad. So hopefully that answers your question. So let me put this URL here into the, oops. This is our service management updates that we have out here. So this is where we'll be releasing some of our feature updates here too.
Ryan, there is a question in the chat that you need to answer to.
Okay, thank you.
About short descriptions.
Let me put that in there. Yes, Randy. Not that one I'm looking at. Return scan from Jody. Is that the one we're talking about?
Yep.
Can I look at to have the Yeah, Jody, we can take a look at that. Like I said, we're modifying a few things, so I will look at that and see what we can do with that, Jody. So that's a great suggestion. Some of it's, as you can imagine, some of it's pre-baked into the way that it functions. Everything, we do have a little bit of leeway with what we can do with it, as far as some of the verbiage that's in there. But we'll look at that, Jody. Thanks for the suggestion.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Ken, did you just want to get your 30 seconds of fame and just put it in there? That's what I'm assuming, Ken Thur.
Usually, yep. That you know me, Ryan.
I know. I was surprised you weren't talking today. I was like, "What's wrong with Ken? Did he lose his voice?" All right. So I know we're out of time here. We're 2 minutes over. Great features. If anybody has a question for me at all, I know we went through this really quickly, but I think it's pretty straightforward. We tried to give you the vanilla version to begin with, just so we could build upon it. Please email me. Please IM me. Do whatever you want to get a hold of me and ask me questions. Or if you were confused about something, you need to clarify, have me clarify something, let me know. But like I said, on Monday, on the left-hand side, on your little icons there, you're going to see a ServiceNow for Teams little guy over there. So please spread the word to anybody that didn't attend this session or anything else that you have questions on. Please let me know. All right. Thanks everyone for your time today. Greatly appreciate it. You have a great rest of your day, and we will talk to you in a couple of weeks at the next session. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.